Chaitanya Chaitamrita chapter 8 of Madhya Leela. So today we'll be reading from text 246. Text 245. On one occasion the Lord inquired, of all types of education, which is the most important? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then asked Ramananda Rai, out of all glorious activities, which is the most glorious? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, of the many capitalists who possesses great riches, who is the topmost? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, of all kinds of distress, what is the most painful? Sri Ramananda Rai replied, apart from the separation from the devotee of Krishna, I know of no unbearable unhappiness. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then inquired, out of all liberated persons, who should be accepted as the greatest? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu next asked Ramananda Rai, among many songs, which song is to be considered the actual religion of the living entity? Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asks, out of all auspicious and beneficial activities, which is the best for living entity? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, what should all living entities constantly remember? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu further inquired, out of many types of meditation, which is required for living entities? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, where should the living entity live, abandoning all their places? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, out of all topics people listen to, which is the best for all living entities? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, among all worshipable objects, which is the chief, and what is the destination of those who desire liberation and those who desire sense gratification? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked. Ramananda Roy continued, those who are devoid of all the transcendental mallows, like the crows that suck the juice from the bitter fruit of the nimba tree of knowledge, whereas those who enjoy mallows are like the cuckoos who eat the buds of the mango tree of love of Godhead. Ramananda Roy concluded, the unfortunate empiric philosophers taste the dry process of philosophical knowledge, whereas the devotees regularly drink the nectar of love of Krishna. Therefore, they are the most fortunate of all. In this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Roy passed the whole night relishing the mellows of Krishna Katha, topics about Krishna. While they were chanting, dancing and crying, the night ended. The next morning, they both departed to perform their respective duties, but in the evening, Ramananda Roy returned to meet the Lord again. That evening, after discussing the topics of Krishna for some time, Ramananda Roy got hold of the lotus feet of the Lord and spoke as follows. There is a variety of transcendental truths. The truth about Krishna, the truth about Radharani, the truth about their loving affairs, the truth about transcendental humors, and the truth about the Lord's pastimes. You have manifested all these transcendental truths in my heart. This is exactly the way Narayana educated Lord Brahma. Ramananda Roy continued, the super soul within everyone's heart speaks not externally, but from within. He instructs the devotees in all respects, and that is the way of his instruction. I'll read 265 again. Ramananda Rai continued, the super soul within everyone's heart speaks not exactly and not externally. He does not speak externally, but from within. He instructs the devotees of all respects, and that is the way of instruction. Oh my Lord Sri Krishna, son of Vasudeva, O pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. I meditate upon Lord Sri Krishna because he is the absolute truth and the primeval cause of all courses of the creation, substance and destruction of the manifest universes. He is directly and indirectly conscious of all manifestations, and he is independent because there is no other cause beyond him. It is he only who first imparted the Vedic knowledge unto the heart of Brahmaji, the original living being. By him, even the great sages and demigods are placed into illusion, as one is bewildered by the illusory representations of water seen in fire, or land seen on water. Only because of him do the material universes temporarily manifested by the reactions of the three modes of nature appear fractally, although they are unreal. I therefore meditate upon him, Lord Sri Krishna, who is externally existent in the transcendental abode, which is forever free from the illusionary representations of the material world. I meditate upon him, for he is the absolute truth. Ramananda Roy then said that he had but one doubt within the heart and petitioned the Lord, please be merciful upon me as I just removed my doubt. Ramananda Roy then told Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, at first I saw you appear like a sannyasi, but now I am seeing you as a Shamasundra, the cowhead boy. I now see you appearing like the golden doll, and your entire body appears covered by golden luster. I see that you are holding a flute in your mouth, and your lotus eyes are moving very restlessly due to the various ecstasies. I actually see you in this way, and this is very wonderful. Oh, my Lord, please tell me without duplicity what is causing this. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, you have a deep love for Krishna, and one who has such deep ecstatic love for the Lord naturally sees things in this way. Please take this from me to be certain. A devotee advanced in the spiritual platform sees everything movable and inert as the Supreme Lord for himself. Everything he sees here and there is but a manifestation of Lord Krishna. The Mahabhagavata, the advanced devotee, certainly sees everything mobile and immobile, but he does not exactly see their form. Rather, everywhere he immediately sees manifest the form of the Supreme Lord. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, a person advanced in the devotional service is within everything the soul of souls, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Consequently, he always sees the form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead as the cause of all causes and understands that all things are situated in him. The plants, creepers, and trees are all full of fruits, the flowers due to the ecstatic love of Krishna indeed, and being so full they are bowing down. They were inspired by such deep love for Krishna that they were constantly pouring showers of honey. In this way, the gopis saw all the forest of Vrindavan. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, my dear Raya, you are an advanced devotee and are always filled with ecstatic love for Radha and Krishna. Therefore, whatever you are, anywhere and everywhere, simply awaken your Krishna consciousness. Ramananda Rai replied, my dear Lord, please give up all these serious talks. Please do not conceal your real form from me. Ramananda Roy continued, My dear Lord, I can understand that you have assumed ecstasy and bodily complexion of Srimati Radharani. By accepting this, you are tasting your own personal transcendental humor and have therefore appeared as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. My dear Lord, you have descended in this incarnation of Lord Chaitanya for your own personal reasons. You have come to taste your own spiritual bliss, and at the same time, you are transforming the whole world by spreading the ecstasy of love of Godhead. My dear Lord, your courseless mercy, you have appeared before me to grant me liberation. Now you are playing in a duplicitous way. What is the reason for this behavior? The Lord Sri Krishna is the reservoir of all pleasures, and Srimati Radharani is the personification of ecstatic love of Godhead. These two forms had combined as one in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This being the case, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed his real form to Ramananda Rai. Upon seeing the form, Ramananda Rai lost consciousness in transcendental bliss. Unable to remain standing, he fell to the ground. I'll read text 283 again. Upon seeing this form, Ramananda Rai lost consciousness and transcendental bliss. Unable to remain standing, he fell to the ground. When Ramananda Rai fell to the ground unconscious, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu touched his hands and he immediately regained consciousness. But when he saw Lord Chaitanya in the dress of a sannyasi, he was struck with wonder. After embracing Ramananda Rai, the Lord pacified him, informing him, "But for you, no one has ever seen this before." Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu confirmed, "All the truths about my pastimes and my mellows are within your knowledge, and therefore I have shown this form to you. Actually, my body does not have a fair complexion, it only appears so because it has touched the body of Srimati Radharani. However, she does not touch anyone but the son of Nanda Maharaj. I have now converted my body and mind into the ecstasy of Srimati Radharani, and thus I am tasting my own personal sweetness in the form." Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then admitted to his pure devotee, Ramananda Rai, "Now there is no confidential activity unknown to you. Even though I try to conceal my activities, you can understand everything in detail by virtue of your advanced love for me." The Lord then requested Ramananda Rai, "Keep all these talks a secret. Please do not expose them to anywhere and everywhere. Since my activities appear to be like those of a madman, people may take them lightly and laugh." Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then said, "Indeed, I am a madman and you are also a madman. Therefore, we are on the same platform." For 10 nights, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Roy spent a happy time discussing the pastimes of Krishna. The conversation between Ramananda Rai and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu contained the most confidential subject matters touching the conjugal love between Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan, Brajabhumi. Although they talked at great length about these pastimes, they could not reach the limit of discussion. Actually, these conversations are like great mine where from the single place one can extract all kinds of metals: copper, bell metal, silver and gold, and also touchstones, the basis of all metals. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Roy worked like miners, excavating all kinds of valuable metal, each one better than the other. The question and answers are exactly like that. The next day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu begged Ramananda Roy to give him permission to leave, and at that time the farewell of the Lord gave him the following orders. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him, give, give up all material engagements and come to Jagannath Puri. I will return there very soon after finishing my tour and pilgrimage. The two of us shall remain together at Jagannath Puri and happily pass our time discussing Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then embraced Sri Ramananda Rai, and after sending him back to his home, the Lord took rest. After rising from bed the next morning, Sri Krishna Mahaprabhu visited the local temple where there was a deity of Hanuman. After offering him obeisances, the Lord departed for South India. All the residents of Vidyanagara were of different faiths, but after seeing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they abandoned their own faiths and became Vaishnavas. When Ramananda Roy began to feel separation from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was overwhelmed. Meditating on the Lord, he gave up all his material business. I have briefly described the meeting between Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Rai. No one can actually describe his meeting exhaustively. It is given impossible for Lord Sheshanaga, who has thousands of hoods. The activities of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are like condensed milk, and the activities of Ramananda Roy are like large quantities of sugar candy. Their meeting is exactly like the mixture of condensed milk and sugar candy. When they talk of pastimes of Radha and Krishna, camphor is added. One who tastes the combined preparation is more fortunate. This wonderful preparation has to be taken orally. If one takes it, he becomes greedy to relish it even further. By hearing the talks between Ramananda Rai and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one becomes enlightened with transcendental knowledge of the mallows of Radha and Krishna's pastimes. Thus one can develop unalloyed love for the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. The author requests every reader to hear these talks with faith and without argument. By studying them in this way, one will be able to understand the confidential truth of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This part of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime is most confidential. One can derive benefit quickly only by faith, otherwise by arguing one will always remain far away. He who has accepted everything, the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Prabhu, can attain the transcendental treasure. I offer 10 million obeisances unto the lotus feet of Sri Ramananda Roy. Because of his mouth, much spiritual information has been expanded by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I have tried to preach the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's meeting with Ramananda Roy in accordance with the notebook of Sri Sarupa Damodara. Praying at the lotus feet of Sri Rupa and Sri Raghunatha, always desiring the mercy, I, Krishna Das, narrate Sri Chaitanya Chaitamrita following in their footsteps. End of chapter 8. Madhya Lila. This is Chaitanya Chaitamrita Madhya Lila, chapter 8, text 200 to the end.